This looks like a regular gatefold card, but when you open it, it's got this floating kind of pop-up element that is so cool. I am so excited to show you how to make this fun fold. It's going to be so perfect for showing off your pretty papers or stamping. I've got lots of tips to show you how to put it together, and we're going to go step by step. So it's going to be really easy. Thank you so much for being here. My name's Julie Baca with SunnyDayStamping.com. Let's get started. We are going to start with our stamping just so we've got all our little parts and pieces ready to go when we put our card together. That's kind of like my first tip for this card. There are so many panels, and so getting all your little bits together and all your paper cut first is going to be really helpful. Now we're going to fill in our butterflies here. And I just picked the colors out of the Designer Series paper that I'm going to use so that my butterflies match. And we'll just fill these in. This is so quick and easy. I love this stamp set. And then I'm going to do another color. So I'm just going to wipe this stamp off and then open up my Flirty Flamingo and stamp this one. This may be more butterflies than we need, but I want to have plenty to decorate. This stamp set is the All a Flutter, and then as the bundle, it has this punch that is going to punch these out, so you don't have to cut them out by hand or anything, and you don't need a die machine. So this is perfect for beginners or people who don't have all the things. So just line that up, punch these out. Then we're going to need a circle for the front of our card. So go ahead and punch that out also. This stamp set has two ways you can do the butterflies. You can do the outline and fill it in like we did, or you can just stamp in a color and have just the colored butterflies. So I love that. And then, of course, great little words and this little cutie thing, which we're definitely going to use. So this piece is going to go over our belly band. I'm just going to stamp right in the middle and then use our little curly Q. Then we've got a piece for the inside of the card. This is the part that's gonna like pop out or float out. Then we're gonna use our little curly again. Then lastly, this is gonna go on the back of the card because there's no place to write on the front. And then I'm actually going to take it off my Stampin' Pierce mat. I really don't like to get ink on that. And I don't have a piece of scrap paper handy, so I'm just going to stamp a couple of these butterflies going off the paper. And then we'll just fill those in. You could also color these in with markers if you like to color. Oh, wow, that looks so awesome. You could also transfer this same thing to an envelope if you want a matching envelope. Okay, now we got all this done. Now I want to show you exactly how to cut and score everything so you get the most use out of your paper without wasting. So you're going to actually cut this the long way with the short end of your cardstock at the top so that you've got it at 5.5 by 11. Set that off to the side. Then we're going to need the belly band. So we're going to just take this scrap part and we need a 3/4 inch belly band. And then we don't want it too long, so just cut about 1 inch off of it. There we go. Now you're going to take another piece of cardstock, but you're going to put the long end up at the top. This one you're going to cut down to 3.5. And then this piece needs to be 8 inches long, and this is 8.5 because cardstock is 8.5 by 11. So we're just going to trim off a little 1/2 inch there. So that is 8 inches. This is the project sheet that I emailed out this morning. If you didn't get it, that means you're not on my list. So there's a link in the description of this video to sign up. This project sheet is free for the first week, and then it goes to my tutorial store. You can, so it's got all the measurements, and you can scan the QR code to rewatch this video. But I do share all the measurements on my blog post, SunnyDayStamping.com, and that's also in the description. Now you can do all your scoring right there in your paper trimmer, but because there's so much scoring, I really like to use my Simply scoreboard. It's just way faster that way. Okay, so put your card base in. So we've got, this is the card base, and this is the part that's going to go on the inside that's going to kind of float or pop up. So with the card base in here, you're going to score it at 1 1/4 and 3 3/8. And instead of giving you the measurements all the way over here, the fastest way is just flip your card base around and do the same thing for 1 1/4 and 3 3/8. That way it's going to be equal on both sides. Now we're going to throw this piece in, and you're going to score this in 4 places. I really hate giving the measurements on here because I usually get it wrong, but 1, 2 1/2, 5 1/2, and 7. Okay, so now you're going to fold it back and forth like that, and then you're going to do the same thing on this side and back. So then you've got really a gatefold card like this. Now this little piece is really just a little mini-me. So you're going to do the same thing. Fold it in and fold it back, making a little gatefold for the inside. And make sure all of this is lined up really well. There we go. So what you're going to end up doing is you're going to end up gluing this in here, but you don't want to do that yet because you need to add some of the papers, or if you're going to emboss papers, you want to add some of those first, but you do not want to add them here. This one you're going to do last because when we glue this on, we don't want to see this ugly part, right? But we've got to add them on the inside of here before we add this piece. So I'm going to be using the Beautiful Ordinary Life. This is like, this paper just makes me happy. I love the colors. And then the back side is just black and white. So you can color this in or use it just black and white. This design is going to work great with all your pretty papers. So now what I like to do is cut all my pretty papers out and kind of line them up like, okay, this is going to go in the middle and this is going to go here. So that, I don't know, it just helped me kind of organize it. So I hope that tip helps you. We are not going to add these pieces, like I said, so I'm going to save these off to the side. But we'll go ahead and glue these pieces in. Oh man, I really have a hard time knowing. Maybe I like that better than the black. Oh boy, that is so hard to decide. I think I am going to do the black and white. That was my original idea. I'm going to stick with it. Okay, now I have the measurements for these in like 8ths. So they're like very, very, very close to the edge because I didn't want to see too much of the card base. So if you have, if 8ths stress you out, I've got a video explaining how to measure 8ths. I'll link it in the description of this video. And there's also a little download that goes with that. Okay, so now we stop here. It's very tempting to add all the paper, but don't. And now we're going to do our little mini-me, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add our centerpiece, which we already stamped, so that is good. That's why I wanted to stamp this ahead of time. So put that right here. And then we've got 2 more pieces from that Designer Series paper pack, so we'll add these right here and on the other side. I really like to use my bone folder and just squish that all around, making sure those papers are nice and stuck. Okay, now we can add this. So here is how you do it. We're going to add glue to the back of this tab here. And then we're going to put it in the center, but also lining it up with that score line. It's just going to like lock in place, it feels like, when you put it on that score line. Then we're going to do the same thing on this side, put glue just on the back tab, and then this goes attached to the front. So you can see how on the front, there it is, and that's why we need to wait to put our paper on, because we got to cover that part up. So then it's like that. So cool! Now we can add these papers to the front. So we'll just put those on. You can also just do the same designer series paper all the way across, or you can use embossed layers. I mean, just take this design and run with it. So many ideas. If you like fun folds, I've got a monthly class tutorial that teaches a fun fold, a template, and a technique. Now we've got 2 more pieces because when we close this, this is blank, although that looks really good. You could just leave this off, but I'm gonna add 2 more pieces to the front. Oh man, what do you like better? The black and white. Here, we gotta do it this way. Black and white or the yellow. Oh my goodness, it's so hard. I'm kind of on a black and white kick today. We're gonna do that. Isn't that sharp and so colorful when you open it? Okay, this card is not gonna stay closed, so we need to create a belly band. Oh wait, but first we gotta add our piece to the back, because you can see there is not really, I guess you could right here if you want to, but then it's gonna kind of mess it up. So I like having the piece for the back, and this one looks so pretty because we stamped it so pretty. Okay, now the belly band. Just take this little strip of paper. I find this the easiest way to do this is to curl it like you're curling ribbon, just using your bone folder. Slide it right underneath. It's okay for the seam to be in the front because we're going to cover it up with that circle that we punched out earlier, and just line up those edges. Don't crease this part because it makes it too tight and it's hard to get it out. So then we just put a dab of glue there and a dab of glue there and wrap it around like this. And now grab that circle that we made at the beginning and just put a line of glue down the middle, and that's going to go right over our belly band like that. Now we get to play around with all these cutie patootie little butterflies. So I kind of want to put them where where our curly cues were, so we'll put that there. But then I kind of feel like we need 3. Do we add another color right now? Oh yeah, that looks so good. But we're gonna pop this one up with dimensionals. We'll just add 1 to the back. Uh-oh, I'm moving this around and it wasn't dry yet. We'll just pop this one up, whoop, and add it right there. Oh, it looks so good. Wait, this definitely has to be tilted more because these 2 are going the same direction. Yeah, that'll be more interesting like that. Wait, but we can't cover up our whipperdill. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Now we can add more to the inside. Check this out. So now we'll go ahead and just glue some of these on. Definitely have them coming off so they look like they're flying off there. And then just have fun gluing these in place. Okay, it's really hard to know when to stop. So now when we close this up, you can see those butterflies are just fine in there. They're not getting creased. Just don't put them on the score line, obviously. And then we've got this great one on the back. We do have 1 extra. Should we add this one? Yes. Or you can put it on the envelope. And here's another one I made using the same All A Flutter stamp set, but just changed up the paper. This is paper medley. And just had fun playing with the different combinations of colors, and just added a few butterflies inside and then some on the back here. This card stands up really well on somebody's desk. I hope you have so much fun making this. Please let me know if you give it a try. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you like more fun folds, templates, techniques, card making stuff, I've got a new video every Friday. So you can hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified. I appreciate you watching so much. Have a sunny day.